Now I've forgotten, somebody called me Denzel Washington. I was like, ooh la la. Baza watu udanganywa. And I'm just a boy from Busia. I'm like, really? Do I look like Denzel? Have you heard? Burale was paid 20 million to say there is corona. Have you heard?
Lakini we ukole lipwa kubali. Anyway.
Brother, nipatia 1 million ngekohoa.
So
you see, those are the things I'm talking about.
Yeah. So the generation now, they don't find it as easy as you found it.
No.
So you are in the, it's in the UK.
Yes, sir.
So you started losing it. You started going to the parties. Then how did it progress? So this was the first party. We are the first party.
Yes. And I got excited. The attention I got was crazy.
Everybody want to talk to this black guy.
Now I've forgotten, somebody called me Denzel Washington. I was like, ooh la la. Baza watu udanganywa. And I'm just a boy from Busia. I'm like, really? Do I look like Denzel? Watu udanganywa. Na ni Burale wa Busia. But you know, those are the words that confuse people.
Yeah.
Words build, words break, words confuse, words restore, words inspire. I was like, oh guys, let's go for more parties. So I started looking for friends who love partying.
Okay.
So remember, I don't drink, so I need life in that party. So drive from town to town, party after party, party after party. And then with parties, of course, comes ladies. You understand what I'm saying? And then from there, strip clubs. I remember somebody took me to Chinatown in London. And the peep shows, you know, and all those seeing half-naked women dancing.
So someone is the one who took you there for the first time?
Anybody who has gone through an addiction will tell you. And they can pinpoint the person who introduced them. Whoever is in pornography will tell you who introduced them to pornography. Whoever is struggling with masturbation will tell you.
Friend takes you to strip club, you like it.
Yeah.
Where? I've not seen this in Kenya.
Yes. Then deep collar than too deep. You start hanging around with people who like those things. You understand what I'm saying?
Strip club now na kupaka mutu mafuta.
Yes. They are trained. It's a demonic force. And anybody goes to strip clubs, I want you to understand, stop it, because you cannot say, I'll just go once, it's my birthday. It holds you. Because what happens with those women, as they're dancing, their eyes are right in you. They never remove their eyes from you. Then you feel they have given you undivided attention. And every man thrives on that. Let's be honest.
True.
A man who is given undivided attention,
he's not going nowhere.
Trust me. Yeah. That's a tip I've given to the ladies. When a man feels that he is the center of you, then that man, so these ladies
wrapped
dance.
Up in your middle
yes.
finger.
And they're dancing and they're looking at you. Even if they turn to shake, their eyes are still on you. You feel like the king of Zamunda. And that's a drug, because you want to feel that the next day. And if they're closed, you're desperate for Friday to come. And then desperate for Saturday to come. You understand? And it calls you back and back and back. And then when they leave you, they do this on your... You will say, Obizi is in the house. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's a demonic hold. And then what you don't realize, they have given you the rope, and you've put the rope
around your neck. It's a noose.
It is. And you tighten it every day. So that's one side. Others are struggling with alcohol. Others are struggling with this. Others are struggling with pornography. Others are struggling with looking for likes on social media. All these are addictions because they make you feed on it. You know, gone are the days where addiction is known only as alcohol.
True.
Social media is an addiction.
It is.
Looking for gossip is an addiction.
It is.
You understand what I'm saying? And what people don't realize, it dilutes your brain. You can't even think. You can't even have a deep conversation. When people are talking deep things, you make imaginary phone calls to leave that conversation. We are now, do you see young people now? Show me young people going on TV to discuss things. The only time we have young people doing things is when KCP results have been released and they are called to be asked, what do you want to be? But where do we have young people sitting 18, 19 to 21, discussing matters, the future of Africa.
Debates are no longer there. They used to be there during our time.
The Prime Minister of UK is 42. For him to be Prime Minister of a first world country, he must have been fed with the right information when he was very young. Now, we are telling people, we are calling the nations, we are preparing you for the nations, but you're feeding them with gossip. We are preparing you for the palace, but you don't understand the king's language. Oh, you will go and speak to nations, but we're telling them Lombotov. You cannot sit with mediocrity from Monday to Saturday and expect wisdom on Sunday. It's not going to happen. You're like a black man in a dark room winking at a black woman and expecting a reaction.
Took a strip club.
Yes.
How did you get out of the addiction to strip club?
God got me out. Because I came back to Kenya.
Yeah.
And they were waiting for me like this. I think my file was transferred. When I left Kenya, there were no strip clubs.
Okay.
When I came back, bro, it was the in thing. It was the in thing, bro.
Turn this side, strip club, strip club, strip club.
There was one on Langata Road.
Okay.
And I became very close with one of them, and I listened to her story. She was a university student, but she needed to survive. You understand? So some of those people don't do it because they're moral people. Because they need to survive. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And got here and I was feeling empty. I'd lost my dad, you understand, who was my hero. And I was like, no, I need to look for something. I need somebody to also make me feel a hero. Because I'd lost my hero. You understand what I'm saying? And I got deep into it. And Obinna, the filth you feel after you are done, you'll be in shock. When it's happening, it's a drug. The dark lights, the dim lights, and the half-naked women, and they know how to do it, where to touch, where to look, how to lick their lips, and how to make you feel kingly. So at that moment, you are deep into this thing. And then now when you leave, the emptiness. You dress well on the outside, but inside, it was empty as the Arsenal trophy cabinet. Gosh, did I just go there?
Arsenal guys were just minding their businesses. Okay, so got addicted to strip clubs. What else did you get addicted to?
I never drank.
Okay.
I never drank. With strip clubs, you spend money that you don't even have.
Okay.
You know, addictions will make you live beyond your means in whatever way. There are people who have sold even their last pair of shoes.
Quench the addiction past.
So for me, it was just strip clubs. Okay. Because it made me feel like a king. Why? Because I was empty on the inside. True identity is an inside job. Then as I went on, I discovered your identity is in your revelation of who Christ is in your life. So you stop looking. How can a stripper give you your identity? How can gossip give you your identity? How can drugs, alcohol give you your identity?
Do you believe that people who are addicted to different things, they have something they're craving for?
Absolutely. And before we judge people, because many people judge what we see, but not the root cause of what we see. You see somebody drunk, you judge them as a drunkard. You don't understand they were rejected from birth. Many, you see ladies jumping from one man to another, and I'm not justifying it, it's a wrong thing, but maybe that one has not dealt with being immorally forced to do some things from a young age. So they're trying to look for some sense into something that does not make sense in their life. When somebody is addicted to cocaine, stop dealing with the cocaine, go to the root cause. Because when you uproot, that tree will not grow again. Okay. But we deal with the roof. We start building the house with the roof and not going to the foundation. So many people, some it's just bad company, of course, but some people, it's childhood trauma. Some people are bitter. Like when I see angry people are empty people.